Greetings and welcome to Nathan Nile Official. If you've never seen my face in a video before, my name is Nathan Nile, and this is my personal channel where I do vlogs, reviews, and anything else that happens to catch my fancy. This particular video that you're watching, I am actually bringing back one of my favorite segments, which is Rants and Rambles, where basically, fuck it, I just sit in front of the camera for half an hour and word vomit. Some people actually like that for some reason. I don't know why. I'm just getting shit off my chest right now. I actually have a script. I sat for like 2 hours writing a script, and then I remembered that's literally the exact opposite of what this thing is supposed to fucking be. But I do have a few key points that I do want to hit, so I will be referring back to this occasionally. Well, first of all, what's new with me? I haven't been on here that much this month. I got this blanket on because it's cold. Also because, I don't like wearing clothes indoors. I wear them more often now. I wear socks to bed at night because even with the heater on, it still gets a little chilly in here. Don't know how that works, but whatever. My stuffed animal collection continues to grow. And this was one of a handful of things I got because, unfortunately, my grandmother passed recently, just short of approaching her 80th birthday. And on the one hand, it's there's just so many feelings involved. Because if I'm being honest, part of it was a little bit of a relief because she's kind of been slowly dying for the past 10 years. And so it's like I've had a lot of time to kind of come to terms with it. But, because honestly, for the past 10 years, she's had pretty much every medical issue that you could have. She's had a whole bunch of surgeries on her back, her heart. She's had, diabetes, arthritis, and all kinds of other shit. She had blood clots in both lungs. And, she got her ovaries removed in order to prevent cancer. But then one day they looked in there and they saw something growing in there. And she's like, but we took it out so specifically to avoid this, but there's something growing in there anyways. Long story short, it was a very long summer. And even though part of me has accepted it, it's also this weird feeling of every time I stop to think about it, it's like it's sinking in all over again. And I have trouble I have to come to terms with it all over again, Because it's someone that's been in my life since I was born, and she had such a huge impact. I am not the person I am today if she was not there, for better or worse. And so it's just a lot, and I feel like it's gonna be a while before I think about it and I don't have to think about it more, But yeah, it's one of those things where hey, life happens and there's not much we can do. We kind of have to move on. But yeah, that's a thing that happened, and we're all dealing. But in addition to that, there's a lot else going on. I don't have a copy, do I? I probably have one somewhere in this apartment. I should have thought about that beforehand. I did put out a book earlier this year, Just Shy of Serenity. Did I make an announcement on this channel? I don't remember. But yeah, my first full-length novel came out last year, and honestly, next year I was planning on making my second. It might still possibly happen, who knows? As of right now, I'm saying don't plan on it. Just because this has not been a good year for me when it comes to writing. And honestly, it took me pretty much the whole year to realize I think I'm just kind of burnt out. Because I've been writing nonstop since 2020 and even a little before that. Because I spent 2 years spending every free second working on my autobiography, and then we were focusing on comics for a while and working on all these other stories, not even sure if I could finish them, but then suddenly, like I said, 2020 came along. I had a lot of free time. I was able to get ahead of the curve, get a lot done. And over the last 3 years, I put out 3 stories, 2 short stories, 1 novel. I put out the short stories to give me time to work on the novel, which makes me think maybe I should look at one of the shorter stories and focus on that. But uh, also, I'm thinking, because I was trying to go in an order of which one is closest to completion, but at the same time, I keep bouncing back and forth. Basically, which one am I actually inspired to work on? Because if you're not enjoying what you're doing, why are you doing it? You know? So, yeah, I'm trying to work on the ones that I actually enjoy. And right now, I'm kind of leaning more towards a romantic drama. That's probably going to be my next book that'll come out. That there's also another kind of superhero one, but I'm having trouble with one specific chapter. But anyways, well, so that one's much closer to finish. But the one I'm having the most fun working on is the romance one. So that one feels like it's more likely to get done just because I'm more likely to work on it on any given day. But also, I had to take some time off because sometimes, when you stop loving something, you need a little time away from it just so you have a chance to miss it. And even when I did start writing again, I mostly did fan fiction and stuff, some Power Rangers and WWE fan fiction, because yes, I've started watching wrestling again. I don't think I've ever talked about it on this channel. I am a huge wrestling fan. I remember being like, I don't know if I was like 6, 7, 8 years old. I don't know. I remember I showed up to daycare one day, and half the kids in the school had a fucking Austin 316 shirt. And first thought in my head, is there some festival up in Austin in March the 16th? Nada. Something entirely different was going on. And then when I started paying attention to it, and then, I discovered The Rock, which, as we all know, is a very easy man to love. And so, yeah, I grew up with all of that stuff. Rock, Goldberg, Stone Cold, Undertaker, Rey Mysterio. And, the Attitude Era, they called it. It really was a golden age. I feel like I technically wasn't allowed to watch it. My mom told me not to because it's too violent, which of course made me want to watch it even more. And of course, friends and I would get in trouble sometimes out on the playground, body slamming each other into the rocks, and teachers would be like, "Hey, nana! You're gonna hurt yourself, you're gonna break an arm." Thankfully, no one ever did break an arm, but it was still one of those things that we'd always try to wrestle, and they'd always have to stop us. As I got older, I watched it less and less, and I'm not gonna lie, half of it was shame. It was shame because my entire life, for as long as I've watched wrestling, I've always had to deal with the idiots out there going like, "It's so fake, though." You know what else is fake? Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park is fake as fuck. You think they actually genetically engineered a single fucking dinosaur? No, it's entirely animatronics and editing. Nobody died on that film. There's not a single real thing about Jurassic Park. But it's such a damn good movie, and I fucking love it, and I have never watched Jurassic Park and not enjoyed it. So you know what? Reality is overrated. Okay? Lion King, nothing about that movie is realistic. It's still a good movie. The original, not the remake. Listen, okay, anytime I mention a Disney movie, I'm talking about the original cartoon. Let's get that shit straight right the fuck now. Anyways, so yeah, it's one of those things, like, I think we need to get rid of the whole guilty pleasure thing, because I don't think it's right that we should ever be made to feel guilty about the things we enjoy. Like, unless you enjoy rape and murder, there's nothing wrong with, a little bit of just having fun with your life. I understand this, what I enjoy may not be for others, and I think you need to understand that what you enjoy may not be for others as well. I love wrestling. I just started watching it again this year. and I have Peacock already, and all I have to do is upgrade for like $5 a month. I can watch every WrestleMania ever, and all of the special events that they do and whatnot. So that's pretty. So that's pretty cool. So I just started watching this year, and I'm just getting to know a lot of the new characters and storylines and stuff. This new generation is it's not quite the same thing, but it's still fun. Plus, I'm learning about all the peripherals with like AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling, Impact, all this other shit. No, wrestling is kind of having a second wave. It's 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 fun and I enjoy it. That's the most important thing. When it comes to the entertainment industry, the only question you should ever ask is, are you entertained? And if you are, fuck what they say. Oh, it's not real. How about I punch you in the face? Will that be real? So I'm kidding. Don't do that. Just point out to them, hey, what do you enjoy then? Oh, I like Star Wars. Oh, you think Star Wars is real? Let me tell you how they do the lightsabers. It's entirely After Effects. I'm just saying, you think people actually cutting each other in half with swords made out of light? Ha! So fake. I just pissed off a lot of people. I know. Listen, I'm just not a Star Wars guy. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that Star Wars is bad. I've actually enjoyed what little interaction I do have with it, but it's like I enjoy about half of the movies. Never actually sat through any of the TV shows. I've read a handful of the books. Some of those books with like Obi and Qui-Gon. I enjoyed that series actually. But just overall, not a huge Star Wars guy. I just don't. I don't know. It's not for me. Also, what the fuck is the point of C-3PO? Answer me that. No. Listen, isn't his main function supposedly that he's supposed to be a translator? That he understands like 9,000 languages? But here's the thing, at no point in time has there ever been any mention of some sort of universal translator implanted in anybody's head or anything. Yet somehow, even though all these motherfuckers from all over the universe, everyone's just speaking their own unique language, but they all just kind of get each other? What? Let's be honest. C-3PO's only role is comic relief and the play off of R2-D2. Like, that's his only role. And honestly, not that good at it. That's just my opinion. Come at me, bro. That's my opinion, though. I don't know, I'm not into, like, the fantasy world that much just in general. Like, not a huge Lord of the Rings fan either. I have yet to see any of those Hobbit prequel movies. I'm just not interested. I am a big Star Trek fan. I haven't followed the new stuff, but honestly, I grew up watching like Next Gen. It's a huge deal for me. I do enjoy a lot of space stuff. It's just it's not my favorite. I'm mostly been into like superhero and action flick type stuff. That's more my jam. Speaking of jam, Thanksgiving just happened, and I got like a month worth of leftovers. Not only leftovers from my work Thanksgiving, but now my home Thanksgiving. So yeah, a whole bunch of food. And you know what? Riding the bus, I can understand why people get frustrated. No, if you're a veteran who's used to it and you know how to game the system, no problem. But if you're out of practice, it can get frustrating. Cause like yesterday was Thanksgiving, I walked out of my apartment just in time to see the bus driving past, which that one comes by every 20 minutes, and my destination was like less than a 10-minute walk away. So like I'm like fuck it, I'm just gonna go ahead and get to there. But it was raining first of all, and lightly drizzle, but raining. And then as I'm crossing the street, I'm still like, I gotta get to the next block, and I see the other one coming. I'm like, not again. Gotta jog up just to catch it. And then on the way home, Oh, my mom telling me you can look at the schedule on your phone, and I'm kind of counting it in my head, and I'm like, I got just enough time to get there. I get there just in time to see the motherfucker driving away 3 minutes early, which they're not supposed to do. They will sometimes on certain stops. I think if like 3 minutes, up to 5 minutes early, I think they're allowed. And some of these drivers, especially like late at night, like if they can beat the traffic, they'd rather do that. So I end up just having to wait there for another half hour for the next one, because I don't want to have to walk back. Just because like my mom literally lives at the top of the hill, and I ain't doing that again. Not if I don't have to. So I just sat down, pulled out my journal, started writing. At least I would have if I'd had a pen. I forgot my pen, so I pulled out my phone and started jotting down notes. And then I got on the bus and I fell asleep. Wasn't planning to. It happens sometimes. And first of all, I'm not gonna lie. Every time I fall asleep on the bus, I am shocked to wake up and see that I still have all my stuff. Cause hey, it happens sometimes. I know another guy. He fell asleep on the bus. He woke up. His entire backpack was gone. It's like, damn boy, I'm sorry about that, man. It fucking sucks. It's never happened to me yet. I'm still, I'm not purposely going to sleep on the bus. It's just because the things do happen. Anyways, wake up. I'm downtown at the convention center. I'm like, fucking shit. Like I missed my stop. I figure, you know what? I wait long enough. It'll circle back around. But what I didn't realize at the time was that because we were downtown, there was like 3 other buses I could have got on that would have gotten me home even quicker. I didn't know it till after the fact. Like I said, if you're used to riding it and you know what you're doing, pretty simple. But I'm out of practice. The majority of my life exists in the downtown area, and I live just outside of the downtown area, so I can just walk to downtown and then walk around downtown. I don't actually need the bus that often, so I'm not used to it right now. But anyway, now I know. Next time that I wake up, find myself downtown, fuck it, just get off the bus and reassess your situation, because I probably could have gotten home half an hour quicker on a different one. But anyways, point is, I need to get out more. I do understand. You know, for the past like 34 years, I've been complaining about how much I hate my life, but not actually doing all that much about it. And I think that's something I'm going to do. That's actually half the reason I want to do this. For the people, I know we're like 18 minutes into this. Wow. The people who have been here for years and they're like, oh my God, he's back. Yay. Thank you for sticking around. There's seriously something wrong with you. Like, I don't know what the hell it is about me that you find so fascinating. There's definitely something wrong with you. But thank you anyways for being a weirdo and sticking around. And in the meantime, everyone else, if you don't remember why you subscribed to me, just know this is going to be a pretty regular thing. So if you're not down for this, click off, leave me. Bye. Got a message on my thing. Hold on. Actually, no. I'm going to finish this first and then get back to that. Because we're in the weeds here. So anyways, yeah, I am going to try to get out more. That's something. I don't know if y'all know this. I've been in and out of therapy fairly consistently since 2016. And I'm reaching a point where it's like, you know what? If you really don't like being you that much, then be someone else. And the only way to do that is by doing something else. So I'm thinking that, you know, starting 2025, once things slow down a little bit, because work about to get hell. This is the holiday season, work about to get hell. But I'm going to start going to, like, hanging out with friends, going to conventions, hitting up karaoke. A lot more stuff's going to be going on. I've thought about, you know, reinvigorating this channel, maybe do some more movie reviews, which would mean seeing more movies. or maybe some show reviews and stuff, because I watch a lot of shows and anime and stuff. So, I mean, there's plenty I can do on here. Maybe do some more cooking videos. I'm getting back into cooking again. I'm relearning my love for that. But anyways, I'm just I'm not saying for sure my life's going to change, but I'm making effort to change my life, to make changes to it. And I think I've gone over. Check my notes because I think I've gone over everything I wanted to mention. Honestly, wow, been talking for 21 minutes. Doesn't feel like 21 minutes. But yeah, I'm coming back. Will we ever see Teddy again? I don't know. He's right back there somewhere. It depends. I honestly don't know if I feel like editing anymore. And even if I did, I'd want to start with like new equipment, new software, new camera, stuff like that. That's an investment I'm not ready to make quite yet. So I don't know how much scripted content you will get on here, but there will be content. I want to try and force myself to, hey, if nothing else, at least once every 7 to 10 days, get on this fucking camera and rant and ramble for 20 minutes. I think I've accomplished that goal for this week. I forced myself to do it today because it's going to be a long weekend, and as each day passes, I'm going to feel like doing it less and less. So, got this shit out the way, and hopefully I'll be back at it again in a few next week. Whatever. Let's see if I can remember this. I nailed the intro. Let's see if I can get that outro. I completely blanked. Hold on, brain fart. Well, that's it for today's video. So until the next time I see you, my name is Nathan Lyle, and I hope you enjoy your day, week, month, however the fuck long it is. I don't know.